I'm Joey with Red Meat Lover, and today I'll use this Ninja Grill and Griddle to make some griddledillas. What's that? Well, stick around to find out, but here's a hint. Your family will love them. Before I start cooking, let me tell you a little bit about this incredible machine. So what is the Ninja Grill and Griddle? Well, simply put, it can do almost everything in the kitchen except buy your groceries for you. You still have to do that yourself. But come on in, let's take a little closer look at some of the features of this versatile machine. First of all, it comes with this air fryer and roasting basket. Second, it has the Ninja Griddle right here. Take a look at this. It all removes for easy cleaning right in the dishwasher. I don't know about you, but I don't love cleaning, so anything that makes my job easier already is a huge benefit. Now this is where it gets really interesting. Ninja changed the game by bringing the outdoor grill indoors, but without the smoke. And as I mentioned, like the rest of the machine, it's super easy to clean. Just press this button back here. The indoor grill releases and can go right into the dishwasher. One thing I find really cool about this Ninja Grill is that it comes with this built-in grease trap right here. So whether you're cooking on the Ninja Grill or on the Ninja Griddle, this keeps all your mess contained to one place. So what is a griddledilla? Well, it's tasty, and that should be enough for you, but it is very comparable to an item you'd find on one of your favorite takeout restaurants. Said another way, have you ever had a great Friday night in with friends and gotten really hungry, but you don't want to make a run all the way to the border to eat, but you also want to think outside the bun? Well, this is the dish for you. The first thing we need to do is get this machine preheated. So let's close the lid and we're gonna turn on the power right here. We're gonna set this to barbecue griddle right there, 400 degrees, and then push that button in. Once you hear the beep, you'll know that this machine is preheating. It's a very quiet machine. Right now, it's not even making any noise as it begins to preheat. This process is gonna take about 10 minutes and it will beep and let us know when it's ready. From there, we'll go ahead and begin our griddledilla. All right, so our Ninja Grill and Griddle just notified me that it's preheated and ready for this meat. Lift it up. And see, this is where Ninja's really changing the game. They're bringing the outdoor grill inside, but without the smoke. Now they've added even more versatility by including this pro-powered grill and griddle grate right here. So that's preheated to 400 degrees. We're just gonna go ahead and drop this on right here. Can you guys hear that at home? Can you hear that sear right there? That is creating that nice brown crunch on this meat as it cooks. So we're gonna go ahead and break this up. Ninja takes flat top barbecue griddling way beyond just breakfast foods. So here we're using 1 pound of 80/20 ground chuck. If you want something leaner or something fattier, by all means, go ahead. This is just what we like to use at home. So I'm gonna let this cook for about 4 to 5 minutes until it's perfectly browned on all sides, and then I'm gonna add a little seasoning. Right here, I just have one package of my favorite taco seasoning that I've kicked up with a little bit of chipotle to turn up that heat. So good. So once this is just about done cooking, I'm gonna go ahead and sprinkle this on top. Just look at how even that browning is. That's even edge-to-edge heat being applied across the entire surface. And super quick, not messy at all. We're just gonna go ahead and flip it over, break it up a little bit more. All right, this has about 1 minute more to cook, so we're gonna go ahead and add our seasoning now. One thing that makes a huge difference with this is the direct edge-to-edge heat that's applied evenly across the entire surface. If you've ever tried to cook with a cast iron skillet or a stainless steel skillet, it's not even heat all the way throughout. Oftentimes I'll get little hot spots right in the middle while the edges are still rather cool, but not with this Ninja Griddle. All right, this has been cooking for about 5 minutes, so let's get it out of the griddle now. Here I have a spatula with holes in it so I can get the meat without the grease. I'm just gonna let that fall down right into this bowl. One of the hardest parts about this recipe is going to be not eating the meat before you make the griddledilla. I mean, we're not called Red Meat Lover for nothing, but trust me, saving it is gonna be worth the wait for the final product. Look at the browning. Look at the color on that, looks absolutely tremendous. So now our meat is done. Now we're gonna have to clean up this grease in here, and it's super easy. Just a couple of paper towels right on the inside will take care of all of that. Look at that, guys. Does cleanup get much easier than that? I don't think so. Cleanup on this machine is so easy, I wish I would have met it in college. Earlier I asked, what is a griddle dia? Well, you're starting to find out. Look at all this tasty in front of us. This griddle dia is just like one of my favorite takeout foods, except when I'm having that awesome Friday night in, and I don't want to make the drive all the way to the border, but I want to think outside of a bun. This is my go-to. So right here we have tortillas and some refried beans. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna take one of these tortillas, I'm just gonna spread those refried beans all across the bottom using the back side of the spoon. Just a little bit, you don't need a lot. The one thing about using refried beans is it acts almost like a nice paste to hold this all together. So now that we have our refried beans on, we're gonna go right here on our Ninja griddle like that. Next, we're gonna go ahead and use the spoon and get some of that awesome ground beef on top of there, like that. We're gonna spread it out. And you don't need a lot. Spread that out like so. There, that's perfect, all right. Now, griddle dia, quesadilla, what are you gonna need? You're gonna need cheese. Right here I have quesadilla cheese, the authentic stuff. It's gonna give it this nice melt all the way throughout. Again, you don't need a ton, just around like that. Look at it, would you? It already looks incredible. All right, here we have a tostada. We're gonna get some sour cream on it, just like that. Take a look, spread it around, that creamy goodness. Oh, so good. Next up, we're gonna put it right on top. We're gonna add some of this thinly sliced lettuce right here, just a little bit. You don't need a lot, guys, you don't need a lot. All right, take a look at that. Now, a little red onions, give it a little bit of bite. Go ahead, if you go outside the tostada, no big deal. Next up, let's get some freshly diced tomatoes on there. Did I hit something? Oh, flip, it tells, look at that. Now it's told me it's time to flip this. So let's go ahead and listen to the machine. It makes it easy. You don't even have to think about this. Before we flip it over, I'm gonna add this partially cut tortilla to be like a little hat on top of our griddle dia. Now this is where it takes a little talent. We're just gonna fold it up, a little bit of practice. We're gonna fold it up on this side like that, over here like that. This is where the refried beans come in handy. Help keep it all together. Over here like that, like there. One more to go. Now, there we go. It should look like a little star, all right? Now that you have that part done, let's take it and flip it over so it can cook on all sides. Now that our griddle dia is totally assembled, I put the lid down so that cyclonic heat can surround this, giving edge-to-edge browning, which is gonna mean even more flavor. All right, this was cooking for about 2 minutes with the lid down. Take a look at that. It has full edge-to-edge browning, and this looks like something you'd get from a store. All right, so this has been cooling now for about 2 minutes. Let's cut it open and see how it looks on the inside. Can you hear that crisp at home? I can hear it right here as you cut into this thing. Now take a look at that. Most people just don't realize that many of their favorite restaurant foods are made on a flat top griddle, and now Ninja's brought that same restaurant quality experience right to this countertop. When I bite into this, the first thing I'm hit with is that tremendous crunch from this griddle dia. It is crispy all the way throughout. From there, I'm getting some of the creaminess from the refried beans, the flavor from the beef that we cooked right on this griddle, the creaminess from the sour cream, and the freshness of those tomatoes and those red onions. But look, don't take my word for it. You gotta go out and buy one of these Ninja grill and griddles so you can experience this for yourself right at home.